I will admit, I do tend to take every chance that I get to talk bad on behalf of the game studio of Ubisoft, which I may or may not get a little enjoyment out of, it's a 50-50 chance. But as amusing as it can be watching Ubisoft's business fall flat on its face like a clumsy toddler, there's still a dark side to their whole situation because they are the company behind some of the biggest games of all time, and some that are even my personal favorites. Franchises like Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, For Honor, Just Dance, in like 2011. All of these games were bangers at their peak and established new ground when they debuted. So even though they're really on the road to running all of that progress into the ground right now, it's still important to remember that they have classic games that made an impact. Speaking of classic games under Ubisoft, you didn't really think I was just gonna not talk about the Far Cry series, did you? Oh. Well, Far Cry is my second personal favorite of Ubisoft's games, right behind Assassin's Creed, and these games redefined what I thought about first-person shooter games when I first played them. Before I played, Far Cry 3, at the time I was only used to playing Call of Duty, which was strictly a gunplay type of game. You shoot, you kill, you move on. Simple. That's all I was accustomed to. But then Far Cry came along with just not only first-person shooting, but then you had vehicles, stealth gameplay, gliding, animals. This game series single-handedly turned everything I thought I knew about first-person shooters completely upside down. And of course, I loved it. Far Cry 3 and 4 were the peak of the series for me, and I even somewhat enjoyed the latest Far Cry 6. Just a little bit. But like Ubisoft did with their Assassin's Creed games, for a long time, they were pumping out Far Cry games every other year, some continuing the main storyline they built, and some breaking off into their own little solo stories. And so diehard fans, or just people looking for something to play, got accustomed to this style of releasing over the years, so much so that all of the next releases were always being looked for. And that's no exception to the next Far Cry title, since 6 came out back in 2021. So if Ubisoft were following their previous schedule, we would have either had a new game or an announcement for a new game by now, which we obviously haven't. And fans up to this point were getting concerned, especially with all the bad things going on with the company and the media. They were, concerned that it may be GG's for the series and that it was gonna be over. Well, I can't confirm for a fact whether this is the case or not, but a known leaker with a credible track record has gone on to confirm that as of right now, there are no plans for a Far Cry game to be made in the near future. This leak comes from a Twitter user named Script, an apparent insider who just recently leaked official gameplay from that new Avatar game. So somehow, in some way, this guy got the connections into Ubisoft, and this latest tweet he shared stated simply that no plans for the next Far Cry games have been made. Now, he didn't further explain or elaborate this claim, he just said his piece and disappeared into the night like Batman or some shit. But if this is true, it leaves the question to why Ubisoft is making this move on the series. From what I know, Far Cry 6 did, pretty exceptionally well with the players, so you'd think that they'd want to keep a good thing going, especially with, the rut that they're in right now. But again, maybe they know something that we don't. Maybe they're allocating all that they have on the other games that, they're trying to get off the ground right now. Or, they could just be setting Far Cry aside until they can give it 100% and make it as successful as Far Cry 6. Nobody officially knows, and hell, we don't even know if this leak is even true. He could just be causing chaos for the sake of destruction, there's people out there like that. Whatever the case may be, I just hope that the next title is good, because if we do have to wait a while for the next Far Cry game, it should at least be worth the wait. So what do you guys think about this Far Cry leak, man? Feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, if you like the video, subscribe. Let me show y'all something real quick. I don't know if y'all noticed about me, but I collect a lot of Marvel figures. I grew up watching a lot of Marvel. Bro, look at this Cyclops figure, bro. Look at, bro, y'all can't even. Bro, come on, bro, shut up. Come on. Bro, look at the detail. Oh my God, bro. Bro, this is so crazy to me, bro. I never owned any X-Men figures before. This is so crazy to me, bro. I mean, when I came home from work, I just put it on my desk and I've been looking at it for like 30 minutes, bro. It's so cool. My light is a little too bright, so it's like it's messing me up, but this is so cool. Anyway, check out the Patreon if you're interested. Leave a like on the video, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.